MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. It's the home opener of this new season between the New York Mets and the Texas Rangers. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network.
Center fielder
Odubel Herrera is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And Harold, you take a look at these Rangers entering play here tonight. They come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Well, they've been on a little bit of a losing streak, but this is why you have veterans. And the veteran pitcher on the mound has been through this before. He knows more than anybody. He has to have a quality outing and give his team a chance to win. They need it now more than any other time.
Curtis Granderson comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. That's inside. 2-0.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
And Granderson trying to work his way aboard. He's got it to 3-1 now. David Peralta will be next. Popped up. Beltre is there for it. 2 gone. Striding in, David Peralta. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. On the ground to the right side. Odor is there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Here's Elvis Andrus now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Rangers, number 1, shortstop, Elvis Andrus.
First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball 1. HR, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in winners of 3 in a row and riding a nice little run to start the new series.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
Fielder
Shin-Soo Choo comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Jumped ahead with strike 1 there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2. Now at the plate, Rougned Odor. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
That's a fastball right down the middle. Now, you might be able to get away with it in the first inning. Guys are still filling him out. But if he's going to have success in this game, Matt, he's going to have to be on the corners with that fastball. Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
Here's another 1-2. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. He'll try again. 1-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one.
This has turned into quite an at-bat. That's 5 foul balls. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
Oh, I got to give advantage to hitter in this AB. Man, he's seen a lot of pitches. He's sitting 2-2. Anytime you've seen this many pitches, you now have him measured really well.
And that finds its way through for a base hit. A 2-out hit will bring Adrian Beltre to the plate now.
Third baseman.
Striding into the box, Adrian Beltre. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. The 0-1 delivery. There's a changeup over the outside corner.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive. Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
He's running towards second. Pitch inside. The throw. way late, and he's in there easily at second. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch on the ground up the middle. Owings is there. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He'll lead it off against Tyson Ross.
The left fielder, number 52, Yoenis.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
That ball's right down the middle, and this guy's hitting in the middle of your order, and he wasn't able to hit it. That's how nasty his slider is. Here it is. You still can't hit it.
Odor under it to put it away for the first out. Here's Adrian now, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he lays off for ball one.
Well, that ball's high as a strike in the zone can go, but umpires don't like to reward pitchers on that one. They want to make you get the ball down, so he called it a ball. Throw it down, you'll get the strike.
And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now. Here's Neil Walker. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And this is fouled back and out of play. The windup and the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And now a pitch on the way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gomez has a read on it. And that retires the side. In now the power hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
Nomar.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
And this is drifting foul back into the stands. And another foul ball. Another one sent foul. The next 0-2. Swing and a looper to left. Cespedes moving to his left. One away. Nick Castellanos now. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Grounded down the third baseline. On to first, and there were two down. Standing in, Christian Yelich. He'll try to make something happen with two gone in the bottom of the second. In there, strike one. The 0-1 pitch. This is on the ground over to first. Gonzalez is up with it. The tag, and he is out. Stepping into the box as Dribble Cabrera. 7-8-9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third. And that's by him. It's 0-1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And, he can't get out of the way of that one. So the leadoff man will be on to open the frame. Coming to the plate now, Chris Owings. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Up and in for ball one. And here's a ball hit in the air. Castellanos is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. Now a ground ball for Andrus at short. This could be two. While the throw pulls him off the bag. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Odubel Herrera. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Popped up towards the seats as this gets out of play.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn two.
And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means two men are in scoring position now with two away.
Curtis Granderson.
Curtis Granderson will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1.
He couldn't quite catch up to that one. He needs to get his foot down and see the fastball out of his hand.
On to first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here. As that now at the plate, Jonathan Lucroy. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hot shot on the ground to short. Owings has it. Throw to first is in time for the first out. So the bases are empty with one man gone. And standing in the speedy Carlos Gomez. Swing and a miss on the slider. 0-1. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And Gonzalez will tuck this one away for round number 2. Digging in for his second at bat, Elvis Andrus. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
See what happens when you work fast, you stay aggressive, and you come right after guys. Man, you get great results. 2 quick outs, and now he's 0-2 on this hitter.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Great change up there in the dirt for the third strike. Darno has it, and that ends the inning. Ready for another chance? David Peralta comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
David Peralta.
And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Grounded weakly to the right side. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Now, that was a good pitch to lay off. When it starts on the outside half of the plate, that slider right there, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate.
Here's the 3-1. Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Drilled on the ground to short. And a backhanded try into the hole that's short, but this gets on by. Stepping in, Adrian Gonzalez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. The 1-0 delivery. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that's a fair ball. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Second baseman.
Striding in once again, Neil Walker. He flew out in his last at bat. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats.
Man, I tell you what, if I had a timeout and I went out there to talk to him, I'd say, look, we just got to minimize the damage. Bases loaded, no outs. We don't want them to blow the inning totally open.
Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
Well, you know, giving up 3 straight hits is bad enough, but now it looks like he's starting to nibble a little bit. It's hard not to when you're getting hit, but you don't want to put yourself in bad counts. Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets
back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score. Digging in to try it again as Drubal Cabrera. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Now batting.
In now, Chris Owings. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. Smoke toward the hole. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout.
And now the Ranger bullpen swings into action. A lefty and a right-hander are throwing down there.
That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mets backstop. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. Line to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. Cabrera is on his way home. And he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a little blooper to center. And he's able to get there on the long run, and he comes into the box. Shin-Soo Choo. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Here we are in the middle of the game, and he's 90% on the first pitch strike, throwing strikes. 90%. Forget about it. You do that, you got no chance of hitting this guy.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Ready on 1-2. Little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. And a diving try in left, but he can't come up with it.
Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down.
And he'll get in there safely. Here's Rougned Odor now. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Cespedes is there. Choo rounds the corner and is headed home. And he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Number 29.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. In the dirt here. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1.
That was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
High and wide. 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
At the plate, Nomar Mazara. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Here's the 1-0. And this is going to be a foul ball in amongst the spectators. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And this is heading for the seats and out of play to the left. Now another 1-2. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Granderson is under it, and that's the second out of the inning. Digging in, Nick Castellanos. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Oh, wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. And no advance. It's ball 1. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Here comes Granderson. He makes the play. Ready once again, Curtis Granderson. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
Number 3.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Matt, he's throwing a lot of strikes. Very impressive, right? We just saw a swing and miss. But he may be even more effective if every now and then he throws a ball that's out of the zone, because they know he's in the zone. They're being really aggressive. If they have to think a little bit, it might not be a strike. It might be good for him.
He throws him on the fastball there. Curtis Granderson becomes the first out of the inning. Now a shot out toward the alley in right center. Running hard, he's digging for second. And he is in at second base with a one-out double. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Now a fastball. Look out as he has to duck out of harm's way there. From the belt, kicks and deals. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike, and then they bust him in with a fastball. I don't know what he's thinking up there, but they really are messing with his mind right now.
And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Now batting number 20.
Here's Adrian now. A hit in 2 tries so far. Hit hard on the ground to first. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. Here's Neil Walker, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Neil Walker.
Way late on the fastball for strike 1.
You know, he's really struggling, and tell you what, he's just getting hit around, but it hasn't been the first pitch strike. He's getting ahead of guys. He just can't.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to. Now at the plate, Christian Yelich. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th.
Center fielder.
And that's high for a ball, 1-0.
Yelich.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. They turned him loose on 2-0, but he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. And Cabrera will take this one for the first out.
Up next for the Rangers.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And a breaking ball is chopped foul at the plate. It's 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
That's some good hitting right there. Great eyes. I mean, to recognize that and lay off it right now, that was nice.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Waiting on it is Granderson as he takes it for the second out.
Now batting.
Here's Carlos Gomez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. And the pitch. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Gomez waits. Here's the 1-1. Now a swing as he hits this one into the air. But this will be foul off to the right, out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. 1 run, 2 hits. And no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. Hit back up the middle. Throw will go to Adrian at first, and with it, the side is retired. Digging in and looking for more as Dribble Cabrera. They'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
Cabrera.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Odor has it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Up next for the
Here's
Mets.
Chris Owings now.
Shortstop.
1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
Now batting.
Striding in once again, Travis d'Arnaud.
Yeah, we thought we might be seeing the end of the road for the starter, but clearly he's still in there for at least one more hitter.
Well, Matt, we'll see how this works out, but I think they figured with the righty coming up, it was worth sticking with them to keep the matchup advantage in their favor here.
In there, and it's 0-2 now. And this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and that'll hold the count at 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
He's just fouling him off till he gets something he wants to hit.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Lifted in the air out to right. Chu has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Digging in to try it again, Elvis Andrus. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location.
Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Shin-Soo Choo stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Here's a look over to first. 6th inning. 4-1 is our score. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Boy, that's a great pitch right there. You're saying to yourself, why? Because you got that base runner on. That's almost like a pitch out. Outside fastball, catcher set up, ready to throw. If you get the call, great. If not, you're set up to throw him out.
Line to the right side. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Up next for the Rangers.
Ready once again, Rougned Odor. Josh Edgen is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Number 66, Josh Edgen.
Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Comes in with the changeup, and it's 2-0.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches. He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
And he's taking here and looks at strike 2 right down the middle. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces, Neil Ramirez.
Adrian Beltre.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Now pitching for the Mets.
On the ground to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come into score from third. In now the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Oh, man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. A little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that break.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And the run is in to score from third. And he is into second base with an RBI double. Nick Castellanos now as he'll look for
Nick
trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he pops it up, drifting just beyond the infield. Granderson is in now as he gloves it for the third. Digging in once again, Odubel Herrera. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7. Alex Claudio will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance.
Rangers, number 58, Alex Claudio.
Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him, 0-1.
When he is on, that slider is one of the best pitches in all baseball. That's why he's so tough to those lefties.
0-2, here it comes. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. Lucroy has it, but it's not in time, and he'll reach first despite going down on strikes.
It is Curtis Granderson.
No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Swing and a miss on the sinker, 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Pitch out. Nothing doing. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And that sinking fastball didn't sink. It stayed high.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite.
Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back. 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. Runners off for second. And a good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
David Peralta.
And that gets him on the mound. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yoenis Cespedes. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And ball 4 now as he'll take first on the intentional walk. Ready for another chance? Adrian Gonzalez. Steve Rincon will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Tony Barnett will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th. And he takes ball 1. We're in the 7th inning now of a 4-3 ball game. Takes a good curveball at the knees.
Love that pitch right there, and he executed it perfectly. A big arcing curveball that starts at the batter's hip and then just bends onto the inside corner. A lot of hitters have a tendency to open up weight.
And we'll have to leave it there. Striding in, Christian Yelich. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. This is hit high in the air and pretty deep down the left field line. After it is Cespedes. 1 down. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. Third trip to the plate for him. Hansel Robles is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season. Lays off 1-0.
A defensive change.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike.
Rincon.
Hit down the third base line. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. Here's Carlos Gomez. He's 0 for 2 thus.
Carlos Gomez.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this one gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Granderson is over just a few steps to his left as he takes it for out number 2. So a big moment here, and standing in, Elvis Andrews. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. And a slider not close here as he missed with it down and in. It's ball one. Ready with the 1-0. And this one's in the dirt. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. Here it comes now to Andrus. Here's a shot to right field, and that's going to be in for a base hit. And they will hold that possible tying run at third, as even with two away, they decide to put the stop sign on.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Mets, number 39, Jerry Levin.
Drew Stubbs will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Drew Stubbs.
And that misses inside 1-0.
And think about it. In game one of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
1-1. Here it is.
Nope,
didn't get on top of the sinker at all. If that's what it was trying to be, it stayed high. Stubbs waits on the 2-1. Takes this the other way to right. Granderson is there to make the catch, and a great job. Into the box now, Neil Walker. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one. Here's the pitch. Hard hit ball to second, fielded by Odor. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Now the Rangers get a reliever up and throwing in the bullpen as a right-hander's begun to warm up out there. High in the air out to center field. Yelich is under it. 2 gone. Ready for another shot now. Chris Owings. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one. Towards second. And this is taken for the out. Here's Rougned Odor now. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8. Cut fastball in there for a called strike.
Matt, that ball's right down the middle. It looked like he wasn't even going to offer at it. Some guys don't mind taking the first pitch, and they even feel comfortable when they're down 0-1.
Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. Darno gathers it, and he makes the throw to first. Odor is retired, and there's one away. Coming to the plate now, Adrian Beltre. No hits in 3 tries. Addison Reed answers the call now, looking to get this one onto the 9th inning without any trouble. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1.
Number 46.
Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. Granderson has a long run, but he takes charge for route number 2.
Now batting.
In now the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1. Grounded foul toward the third base dugout. 0-2, here it is. Line drive to left. Cespedes is going to have room out there. Ready now. Travis d'Arnaud.
Catcher. Travis.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. Jake Diekman enters the game with 1 gone in the top of inning number 9. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Bases are empty, one man out. Grounded up. Oh, and it's off the first base bag. And there's his first base hit in this one. The throw into second. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often. It is Curtis Granderson looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? Relay to first in time, and just like Nick Castellanos now. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom. Jerry's Familia. If the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 27, Jerry's Familia.
First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Flying toward right center. And it's a base hit. And just like that, the potential tying run is aboard here to start the home half of the ninth. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Center fielder.
So coming to the plate, Christian Yelich. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around it.
Third base, number 3, Delano, the Shield.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Way behind that pitch, it's 0-1.
This is where you got to pitch to the strikeout. Infield's drawn in. You don't want contact. You want to make him swing and miss. Throw the nastiest stuff you have.
1-1, here it comes. On the ground up the middle. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. So striding in, Jonathan Lucroy. Tying run at third, winning run at first. So a ball into the gap might be able to end it.
Matt, I'm looking down at the bullpen. There's nobody getting up. This is his game right here. I know he's in big trouble, but he's going to have to suck it up and go get him.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running
on to first, a double play, but meanwhile the run is in that'll tie the ball game.
Now batting.
Striding into the box, Carlos Gomez. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. And here's a ball hit in the air. Rincon has room in foul territory, and the inning. Digging in, David Peralta. He'll be the one to start things out as we begin the 10th.
David Peralta.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1.
I'll tell you what, Matt, this is a tough situation. When you know you have the game won, you blow the lead, and now you find yourself hitting an extra inning. You just have to regroup. Here we go, boys, and start over, and have the confidence you can win it.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
The left fielder,
first pitch on its way. Yoenis Cespedes is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. And that misses. 2-1.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the way pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
This one's down to third. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Coming to the plate now, Steve Rincon. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike 1. And there's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And look out. He has to back away there and then give a little glare out to the mound. It's ball 2. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. 2-2 count. Here it comes. And that changeup didn't tempt anybody and misses for ball 3. And he strikes him out here for out number. Now to the plate, Elvis Andrus. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. And this is fouled into the seats over from first. Now the pitch. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time, but foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Standing in, Drew Stubbs comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Granderson is under it, and that's the second out of the inning. In now, Rougned Odor. He went down on strikes last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. That's wide. 2-0. Two out, nobody on. And no help there from Clyde Washington. The count is 3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Number 29,
Adrian Beltre is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch. Ready for another chance? Neil Walker. He'll kick things off here in the 11th. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Right side, hit hard. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. Striding in. Once again, Asdrubal Cabrera. Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. Jose Leclerc takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Now playing first base, number 3.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead run's in scoring position now with still nobody out.
Now batting.
Here's Chris Owings now. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And that is past him at first. It's a fair ball. Phillips is digging for home. And that'll score the go-ahead run from second to make it 5-4. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Matt Bush is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. Runners at second and third here. Nobody out. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Boy, that's a tempting pitch right there. You got that runner on third base. You're looking for something to drive. You want the ball up. But it was a good layoff. Not the pitch you definitely wanted to hit, but it was tempting, no doubt.
And this is fouled at the plate.
That's a nice job of staying alive. A 2-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. And a swing and a miss. A big strikeout here as it'll remain second and third, but with 1 away now.
Center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera, and looking to improve on a 1-for-5 effort so far. From the belt, the pitch. Hit out towards second. And that is into center field as he comes through. It's a base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. That makes it 7-4.
In is Curtis Granderson.
Trying to avoid the dreaded hat trick here. He's 0 for 5 all told. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. And Granderson trying to work his way aboard. He's got it to 3-1 now. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with one away. First pitch on its way. David Peralta is at the plate as he watches ball 1.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
But they'll just get the 1 out here as the runner will get back safely at first. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And he gets ahead 0-1. Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it. A ball and a strike. And he misses 2-1.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Steve Rincon. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he strikes him out here for out. Digging in once again, Nomar Mazara. He'll lead it off against Jerry's Familia, who'll try to close the door in this one. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Comes set with the 0-1. This is in the air to left field. After it is Cespedes, but he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And a good start to the inning for the Rangers. It's going to be a leadoff double. In now, Delino DeShields. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. The 0-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. Throw won't get him. And the run is in to score from second. That makes it 7-5 now.
Now batting.
In is Christian Yelich. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Late swing and a ball line foul into the seats past the third base dugout. A runner at first with no outs here. And this is swung on and bounced to Phillips at second base. There's one on to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. And a sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Oh, and he can't make the play. Runners on first with 1 down. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. And yet another foul ball here as this finds the seats, and the count will remain at 0-2. Another 0-2 coming. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Herrera moving in, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single. So we've got runners at the corners here, 1 away, and standing in the speedy Carlos Gomez. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. He's got to hurry. Phillips for 1. But 1's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue. Here's Elvis Andrus now. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. In the dirt here. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. Here it comes, 2-0. Swinging a soft liner. Throw on to first is going to be in time to get him, and the Mets have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over. So the lineup really helped carry them to victory here in this one, and this man was a big reason why. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a multi-hit game, and more importantly, they were big hits. He was a key contributor to the outcome of this one.
Final line score.
Now from Citi Field in Flushing, Queens, welcome to Major League Baseball on MLB Network. It's the home opener of this new season between the Texas Rangers and the New York Mets. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network.
Number 1.
Elvis Andrus is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. HR, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they begin this series feeling pretty good about the way things have gone as they come in riding a 4-game winning streak.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix them.
Meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. He'll get it into second, and he'll pull into second here with nobody out. Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now, looking to get something to the right side with that leadoff man at second to start the ball game. It's a swinging bunt up the line, but it's foul, strike one. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Sacrifice attempt here. Throw goes to third, and a good decision on the throw as he is meat at third base. Set to get his evening at the plate started. Rougned Odor batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. And here's a ball hit in the air. Cabrera in foul ground, 2 down. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. So digging in now, Adrian Beltre. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And here is strike one call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. Fouled back. Swing and a liner. Throw on to the first baseman. Gonzalez will take care of it. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
And a fastball's in there for strike one. And Harold, you take a look at these Rangers entering play here tonight. They come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide.
Well, they've been on a little bit of a losing streak, but this is why you have veterans. And the veteran pitcher on the mound, he's been through this before. He knows more than anybody. He has to have a quality outing and give his team a chance to win. They need it now more than any other time.
Curtis Granderson stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. Now a swing and a miss there from Granderson, and he's quickly down here 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, David Peralta. First chance for him here with a runner at first and 1 gone. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Ready with the 3-1. Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play. Working for the punch out and the offering. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. Andrus. Return throw is in time. How about that? Now in the box, Nomar Mazara. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
Designated hitter, Nomar Mazara.
And this is drifting foul back into the stands. The windup and the 0-1. Takes a curveball right on the corner.
There's 2 pitches in a row, Matt, that were away. If this is any indication how he's going to pitch him the rest of that bat, he's saying you're going to beat me the other way. Nothing inside for him to pull. If you want to hit it, take it the other way.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball's coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
Another 1-2 delivery. Again, he sends it out of play. Another one sent foul. Line to the right side. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. Coming to the plate now, Nick Castellanos. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. In is Christian Yelich. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. For Walker now at second. Scooped up onto first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Jonathan Lucroy. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch. Nope, sorry about that. They're saying it was short hop. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In the dirt here. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Drilled right back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Ready for another chance.
Shortstop Elvis Andrus.
Here it comes now to Andrus. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. Digging in for his second at-bat, Shin-Soo Choo. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
This is where you really got to focus with runners on base. You got a 2-0 count. You have a tendency to get a little anxious thinking you can drive somebody in. Stay focused. Get your pitch.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. And that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded
now
here with 2 away.
Second baseman, Rubned Odor.
A little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. Cespedes is there now as he makes the... Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll begin things here against Andrew Kachner. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1.
That's a great spot down the zone there. Hard to do anything with the pitch down there.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
That ball's right down the middle, and this guy's hitting in the middle of your order, and he wasn't able to hit it. That's how nasty his slider is. Here it is. You still can't hit it.
Hey, I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
That's a nice job of staying alive. A 2-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Yoenis Cespedes becomes the first out here in the bottom of the second. Adrian Gonzalez comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Swing and a little tapper. Throw gets him. 2 down. Digging in the switch hitter, Neil Walker. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Swing and a liner, but foul. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here's another 0-2. This is line to left, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. In now the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Line toward right center. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
First baseman
Riding in
10,
once again, Nick Castellanos. And remember, he hit that 2-run homer his first time up.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it.
And this one's in the dirt. The runners will stay put. However, the count evens at 1. 1-1. Here it is. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
And he'll smartly just ensure that this stays a foul ball. Tapper up the line. And he'll take no chances here as he swipes this ball away. It stays a foul ball. Another 2-2 offering. And here's a ball hit in the air. Here comes Granderson, but he won't get there. It falls in. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Center fielder,
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Christian Yelich. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Cespedes with the catch. Runner tags from third. A tag, and he's out at the plate. A double play. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out there on the base path. Scoring more here would be huge.
And another foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. Stepping in as Cabrera. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
As Cabrera
takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
He's really throwing the ball well in this game, and the thing to me that stands out is that two-seamer. He's got great movement, and he's keeping hitters off balance with it.
Beltre has room in foul territory. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. And a good 2-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Now another 0-2. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
That was the 5th foul ball in this at-bat. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Odor into shallow center, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Into the box now, Chris Owings. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Here's the first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
Catcher Travis d'Arnaud.
Hit sharply on the ground. Odor has it. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Here's Carlos Gomez. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Left fielder Carlos Gomez.
That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Nope. A nice job by the retreating first baseman to look it in for the out.
Now batting number 1.
Here's Elvis Andrus now. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Liner toward right center. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Curveball that time, not even close. Here's a look over to first. 2 runs, 9 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. Now a throw over to first. And another throw over. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. This is on the ground over to first. To second for 1. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play. Standing in, Odubel Herrera. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And Beltre will take this one in for route number 1. It is Curtis Granderson. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Here's a high pop up. Beltre is there for it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Now at the plate, David Peralta. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Hit hard to the right side, and that is through into right field for a single. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 0-2 once more. The slider freezes him at the plate. Here's Rougned Odor now. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
Second baseman, Rougned Odor.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Cespedes is there. Makes the play, 1 away. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And Gonzalez will tuck this one away for round number 2.
Designated hitter.
In now the power-hitting outfielder, Nomar Mazara. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. And here's a ball hit in the air. Darno has a play, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Digging in now, Adrian Gonzalez. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
First baseman, Adrian.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a line drive. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. And this will find its way to the 335 sign. And he will pull in here with a leadoff double. Here's Neil Walker. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Neil Walker.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Tough one to lay off, called a strike.
He's in a tough spot right now, 0-2. This is one of those at-bats. You look back and you go, I got to get the man over. But now 0-2, you just got to try to make contact now.
Throw on to first is in time to get him. So that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1.
Baseman has Dribble.
Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats out of play. The 0-1. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's got to hurt. Here's Chris Owings now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Chris Owings.
In the dirt here. And the runners will stay put here on ball 1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike 1. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, got him reaching. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on.
Catcher.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. On to first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here. Nick Castellanos now. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
And this is in the air down the left field line and into foul territory. Cespedes is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are 2 men out.
Catcher.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. A hit in 2 tries so far. In there for strike 1. Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot.
And we'll have to leave it there as the... Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Center fielder.
Here's the first pitch to him. High in the air out to center field. Yelich is under it. 1 down. Ready once
right
again,
fielder, number
Curtis
3.
Granderson. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Here it comes. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
Pretty sure there wasn't any ill will behind that pitch, considering he has 2 strikes on him. Just got away from him from what I could tell.
And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
Designated hitter.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. David Peralta comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Now a throw over, and the runner back easily. Runners on first with 1 down. Hit to first. Oh, what a stop on the slide. To second for 1. Just late. He's safe. Back to first, and they won't get them both, but they wouldn't have had any had it not been for an excellent play at first base. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball here. 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1, and a slider bounces, and that gets away. And you can forget about the double play now as the runner moves up to second base. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And Chu will put this one away without incident, and the stepping in and ready for another shot, Carlos Gomez. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no one can get there. He'll try it again. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Carlos Gomez goes down for the first out in the 7th inning. Lined foul right over the Mets dugout. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit on the ground to third. Cabrera's up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Riding in once again, Shin-Soo Choo. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. The windup and the 0-1. And a fastball just a bit up. Here's the 1-1 now to Chu. That's out to left. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? You bet he does. Digging in and looking for more, Adrian Gonzalez. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. And that misses for ball 1.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Beltre ranging into the outfield, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in once again, Neil Walker. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. A changeup over the inside corner. Squared that one up just a little late.
Oh, that was a pretty good pitch right there. A little bit late. That's why he wasn't able to catch it right there in his wheelhouse.
Misses. Ball 2. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch on the ground to the right side. Odor showing off his range. A flip from short right gets him, and there are 2 away. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Cabrera.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And Beltre will make the catch to retire the side. Here's Rougned Odor now. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Rougned Odor.
And this is going to be a foul ball in amongst the spectators. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. The pitch. He pulls this one into right. And there's a base hit. So a chance to add little insurance here as the leadoff man is on to start the 8th. So a runner at first now with nobody out. And digging in the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Man, I don't know if they want any part of him. 2 pitches away. I know he's sitting 2-0 now. This will tell us a lot. Will he come in now, or will he continue to stay away?
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
And that'll get down in front of Granderson for a base hit. Ready for another shot now. Nomar Mazara. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him. And this one's in the dirt. The runners will hold, but meanwhile the count moves to 2-0. The 2-0 on the way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
I like what I'm seeing right now. In, and then goes away. If you pound him in early, it opens up the outside half of the plate, and that's what he's doing right now.
Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Cespedes is there. 1 away. Nick Castellanos now. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Now both runners on the move. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, and that's through into left, a base hit. The throw to third, and the run will score from second as now it's a 3-0 game. The tag, and they got him at third. What a throw!
The center fielder, Christian Yelich.
And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. A runner on first with 2 away. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw will go to Adrian at first, and with it, the side is retired. Here's Chris Owings now. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
The shortstop, Chris Owings.
And now the Ranger bullpen swings into action. A lefty and a right-hander are throwing down there.
And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. The windup and the 0-1. Towards second. A quick out number 1. Digging in to try it again. Travis d'Arnaud. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. And he runs it in on him and gets him to swing through it for strike 1. Chopped weakly to the left. Right there is Beltre. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is... In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Jonathan Lucroy.
And a ball pop foul to the right side, out of play. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And a fastball just a bit high. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Now that's what a slider's supposed to look like. Great execution. Starts off the plate and makes him reach.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Owings is there. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Carlos Gomez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Line drive to center field, but sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Elvis Andrus.
Elvis Andrus is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. That one's going to find the seats, strike 1. To right field. After it is Granderson. And that's the 3rd out. In is Curtis Granderson. He'll be the one to get us going here in the bottom of inning number 9.
Right fielder.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you can do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line, you see a lot of swinging misses on those.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. And Granderson trying to work his way aboard. He's got it to 3-1 now. Now here it comes. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
Well, he's pitching really good in this game, and the fastball location has been the key. That pitch right there is indicative of the game. Down low, hits a spot. That's what he's been doing with the fastball basically the whole game.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Curtis Granderson is sent packing for the first out in the bottom of the 9th.
Well, he's throwing over 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters in the game right now. That's why he's pitching late in the game. He's getting ahead of guys, and then you can manipulate as you move forward.
The left fielder, number 52.
Digging in, Yoenis Cespedes. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. And this will be off the wall out near the 3:30 marker. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
The first baseman, number
so it's a runner at first with 2 men out. And stepping in now, the slugging first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez. And Gonzalez is going to have himself a base hit. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Neil Walker. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Here's a swing and a ground ball. From the belt, kicks and deals. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Throw will be in time to get him at first base, and the Rangers have ended their 5-game losing streak as the ball game is over. Well, we've talked about his dominance all throughout the game, and he ended up finishing what he started, a complete game shutout. He's our top player of the game.
Hey, when you basically take a game into your own hands and give your opposition absolutely no chance, you deserve all the credit in the world. His guys had to score for him, but he essentially was a one-man show out there.
The final line score for our ball game.